Hello everyone. It's been a while since I did the last video of this series, so I'm really sorry about that. So here we are. So now we are in the texture painting part. So it's a very easy part compared to the rest of the parts we did in the previous videos like modeling. It's much more easier compared to the previous videos. Here we are going to paint our character. So now if I select our character and go to UV editing, we can see we have our UV map. Since the last time I have made some changes to our character, so I have these eye sockets and nostrils, and I may have did some changes, but those aren't major changes I have done to our character. So if you go to the edit mode, we can see this is a separate object. It's very easy. You can do it by Shift A, add a mesh. So we're gonna use sphere. So you can reduce the segment. So let's decrease a little bit. Then first press number 1, go to the front view, tab to edit mode, Z, go to wireframe mode, select this and just delete it. Delete the upper part of the sphere, delete vertices or whatever your selection mode you are in. So now if you go to solid mode, you can see they have half a sphere. So let's go to the object mode. Select this our character, rotate it, and you can just adjust where you want it to be. G, scale. So you can place that where the eyes are located. When it comes to the shading tab, we can see here we have our UV grid right here. So we can see how much of details these dinosaurs have. So we can close this existing UV map. So I'm going to create a new one, not a UV map, basically a UV texture. So I'm going to create new. I'm going to give it the name as the base, and you can give a resolution as you like. So 2K is probably fine, and select a color. So I'm going to go with the orange one. Create a new image, just like that. So now we can see the dinosaur has a base color. So let's go to the texture painting. So once we go here, we can see our dinosaur have some colors. So let's go to the texture tab down here. I may have opened some text, so you won't see this. So you will see something like this. So I'm going to create a new brush. So this is a brush we're going to use just like in the Photoshop. So I'm going to create a new one. You can give it a name. I'm going to say skin and set the type as a image of movie. I'm going to open the image from here. Select the image, so you can switch between the display mode to whether you are selecting the right image. So open image. Down here you can see there's a mapping option, so we may have to change some options. So let's start with this texture map. So down here you can see this only view, so switch to paint. Then let's select this draw brush. Down here if we paint, you can see the texture is a little bit larger than we want. I'm going to a little bit increase this one, repeat X and repeat Y. So it's more details. I think I need much more. Let's get about 3. So we are starting from here because we need the constant size for the most of the part. Otherwise, if I paint right here and if I zoom a little bit more, there is some differences between it. That's why we are using the texture to paint first. So I'm going to paint the base color around most of the parts of the dinosaur. So you can adjust the strength if you like. So I'm happy with this one. So now let's zoom a little bit. When we come to our legs, we can see there are some differences between here and here. So we can just smash it, make it more visible. So this is an easy method to paint, because if we paint these textures by hand, it is much more difficult to do so. I think I am happy with this, so I'm control just to save the file, because I might lose these things. So let's go to the shading tab. So now we can see there are some details with our character, so make sure to enable this fake use option. So sometimes you may lose this image if you not enable that. So let's go to this texture painting again. Now the belly of the dinosaur doesn't have the same color as the skin, so we need a new color. So let's close this brush for now. Let's go to these tools under brushes. So we need some colors. So for the consistency of this character, we might need some colors for later use. So I'm going to create a new color palette. Color palette is a selection of colors. So we can add the color from our character as well. Right, so let's go to the mouth. I think this is the mouth. So make sure you are close to the texture, otherwise it will paint over here as well. So I'm going to reduce the radius of the brush a little bit. I think this is the mouth. Yeah, this is the mouth. So I may have to increase the strength a little bit. So now let's go to the belly. So select this color. I'll just paint along the way from here. I think this is the belly. This is a little bit uglier than I thought. Select this smear tool, so smudge tool we call it in Photoshop. So let us try to blend this a little bit. Okay. All right, so dinosaurs will have these stripes around the belly area. So let's select this. So let's go to the shading tab. So see it in action. I'm okay with this design. So let's go to the layout again. Now select our eye socket. Let's go to the shading again. And let's create a new texture for here. So let's go make it darker. And Control A, texture, image texture. So I'm gonna add it here, create a new one. So let's say ice. You can reduce if you like. So I'm gonna stick with here. Make it dark. Create an image. Let's go to the new editing. So there's already unwrapped. So I don't think we need to do much of things. So if you're not, select A to select all. U, unwrap it so it will wrap here. So scale it a little bit down. Now let's go to the shading. So you can see right here. So let's go to the texture painting again. Now if you like, you can add. So I have placed this joining area of the eye around here. I think if I paint here, I think you can see something like that. So let's make it a little bit. You can follow the reference. So if you like, so I'm gonna just use my imagination for here. I think we are finished around here. So next video we are going to rig this character. So it's going to be a very interesting one. Thank you very much. So I hope to see you in the next video.